going to be showing you how to make this cute little spring flower chain. And what you're going to need for this project is size 3 yarn in varying colors. I am using Bernat cotton-ish. I don't believe it is still in production, so this is just what I had on hand, but I really think any size 3 yarn is gonna fit your needs for this. You also need a smaller hook. I am using a size G 4mm hook. You'll need some scissors, a yarn needle for weaving in ends, and you also need some beads, one that has a large enough opening to get your size 3 yarn through there without too much trouble. I have 9 beads because I want to have 8 flowers, but if you want to have more flowers on your chain, you're going to want a few more beads. So my final chain came out to almost 5 feet long. You can adjust the whole pattern as you go to be longer, shorter, but to get the 5 feet, I needed to start with about 22 feet of yarn. And to start out, I'm going to put 1 bead on the end. That's why I have 9 beads. 1 bead will go on the end. Just tie it on there to keep all your other beads from falling off at any point. And then your other 8 beads will be for your flowers. So that goes on one end. Now, the next step is to put the rest of your beads onto your string. Alright, so next step is you're going to make a slip knot. And you're going to chain 70. Now once you've got your 70 chains, we're going to bring up our first bead. Now I just made 70 chains here because I wanted an end to be able to tie on whatever I wanted to use it for. You can chain more or less, whatever you like. But to get to our first flower, we're going to bring up 1 bead right up to our hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through around it. So we're just slip stitching that bead onto our chain. And then I'm going to chain 20 in between each of my flowers. You can adjust that to make them closer or further apart as you like. Again, make sure if you're making bigger spaces or more flowers that you start with more yarn. So I'm going to go 21. 20 chains. Now I'm going to pull up my next bead, slip stitch around it, and do 20 more. I'm going to repeat this 8 times for 8 flowers. Now once you have chained on all your beads, you're just going to chain the same amount that you chained at the beginning, so that you have a nice long chain at the end as well. And I chained 70, so I'm going to continue on again until I have 70. So when you get to the end of your chain there, you're going to clip off any extra that you have, finish off, pull it tight. And now we are going to make our flowers. So you're going to pick whatever color you like, same size yarn. Create a slip stitch, not a slip stitch, slip knot. Now at this point, if you like to make magic circles when working in the round, you can go ahead and do that. I, for some reason, I'm not a fan of the magic circle, so I'm going to just chain 5. And then I'm going to join up with my first chain so that I can make a circle. Yarn over, pull through, and then pull through the yarn. So now I have a small circle here. And I'm going to chain 2. And then I'm going to double crochet twice into the circle, and I'm also going to double crochet over this tail so that when I get around to the end I can use the tail to cinch up the center. So 2 double crochet. So that will make my first petal, and then I'm going to slip stitch into the circle. To close off that petal. Now for each of the other petals, I'm going to do 3 double crochet. One, 2, 3, and then a slip stitch to close it off. 3 double crochet. As you go, you can kind of shove those stitches back, squeeze them together a little to give yourself a little more space. Close off that petal. 3 petals. I'm going to do 2 more. Slip stitch, last petal, 3 double crochets. Slip stitch to close it off. I'm going to cut the yarn, finish off. Now you can see my hole in the middle is a little too big to fit tightly around a bead, so I'm going to cinch it up there with the tail that I crocheted around, make it a little tighter, and then you're going to weave in your ends, and when you are ready with all your flowers, you come back and just pop them right onto your beads. You want to get a bead that's just big enough to make it tight, not too big, and then also you want, again, a large enough hole in the center of your bead to be able to fit your size 3 yarn. And there you have it. Again, you can put them as close together as you like. You can adjust the number of chains. You can make as many as you like, as long as you like. Just remember, when you start with your initial piece of yarn, since you have to thread on the beads before you start, you do have to cut off the yarn however long you need it, so make sure to make it nice and long if you're going to be making it longer. So hope you enjoyed this project. Happy spring!